We're about to get a crack in here, get a pop in here on the first topic of conversation, and that being the NFL. The NFL is looking into having virtual fans in empty stadiums, virtual fans in the seats, and having crowd noise, artificial crowd noise being pumped into the games to kind of give that full in-game experience, that full in-game sort of atmosphere. The question is, will Alabama football and college football follow suit? There were tweets that came out via John Ireland of the Sports Business Journal, and also Joe Buck, who is the play-by-play commentator for Fox Sports. So John Ireland and Joe Buck basically sharing information about, Fox Sports being one of the news entities that is looking into this, diving into this, dissecting the possibility of having virtual fans in the stands and pumping in the artificial crowd noise just to get that in-game type of feel. Now, according to Buck, he's speaking on, in a perfect world, of course, fans of sports, NFL in general, you want to have a situation where you've got the fans in the stands, the actual fans in the stands. You're playing games with actual fans, games with actual noise. You want everything to clear up, to be as normal as humanly possible. But in the event of people wanting football just any way they can get it, right? People want live action sports. They want live football any way, form, or fashion possible. So, Buck is kind of taking on the notion of the fact that if we can't have it to where it's normal, then at the very least, we can experiment with having the virtual fans, having the artificial crowd noise. And what's crazy here is, just like in the virtual draft where it had to be right, the IT department, they had to make sure you got the calls working well, you've got the lights working well, the power working well. No false step could be taken, right? With any false step, somebody in that IT department could have lost their job if some part of that virtual draft did not go according to plan. That's why they ran so many tests. They did so many exhibitions just to make sure if we do this the night of a draft, this is ran correctly, this is ran fluidly, this is ran right, like we have absolutely no hiccup. So this would be the same thing if the NFL does go with having virtual fans in stands here. They're going to have it where it looks good, it looks presentable, it looks right, it looks as though you were watching an actual live football game. The same thing in terms of the crowd noise. So trying to find ways to make it seem real, trying to find ways to give it that in-game feeling, that in-atmosphere feeling. The NFL, doing that, taking that step. But does this happen for college football? Does it happen for Alabama football? To me, I don't see it because although people want football, right? Although people want live sports and they want it in any way, shape, form of capacity, they'll take football any way they can have it. As much as people enjoy the NFL, and the NFL and the NBA are two of the most proactive venues in the realm of athletics. But people don't look at pro football the same way they look at college football. The passion, the pageantry, the excitement, the joy, college football just hits different. And, first and foremost, you look at the tailgating aspect of it. Tailgating takes on a religious form because you have fans of Crimson Tide football and college football. They will camp out at the respective venue overnight. They will camp out with their tailgate equipment, or they will get the hotel, and then the very next day, you are driving up to the campus, getting the grill going, getting the smoker going, getting all the tailgate food, the hamburgers, hot dogs, hot links, chicken, beer, getting it all prepared to go in terms of tailgating. And a lot of times they take it even more so as a competitive sport. Like, you're not going to outdo me tailgating. You think your potato salad going to be better than mine? Child, please. You think your hot dogs and hot links going to taste better than mine? Child, please. You think your grilled chicken, your fried chicken, your steak, your pizza, you think you'll outdo me? Child, please. So they take that tailgating to the upteenth degree in terms of how serious this thing is. And not just tailgating, college football gives people an opportunity to rekindle, recapture, reconnect with old friends and old colleagues. And the conversation is, you remember when, freshman year, we did that. We went to that step show. We went to that event. We took them girls out to that club. We took them guys out to that club. Like, you remember what we did as college students. You remember when we skipped class and skipped out on the test just to go out there on the strip or go to the pub or go to the local bar. You remember when we did that? So you've got the friends, the old colleagues, the old friends catching up, speaking about old times, reliving the college lifestyle. And then college football is a moment for family members to expose other family members that have never seen a football game. You get that chance to expose your children, your nieces, your nephews, your wife, your husband, your mom, your grandma, whomever in the family has not been exposed to the college football atmosphere, the Alabama football atmosphere. That moment in college ball gives you that opportunity to do so. And people don't watch the NFL like they watch college ball. Don't get me wrong. You got fans of the NFL. Men, women, children, they watch pro football. They go and they get the pro jerseys. They go and sit in the stands. They go and cheer their team on. They play fantasy football for the fun of it, to watch the game, to see what's Julio Jones going to do, what's Carson Wentz going to do, what Todd Gurley's going to do. What is this? What's the Pittsburgh Steelers defense going to do? They play fantasy football to watch their favorite team. So I'm not saying that pro ball doesn't get any pull. It gets pull, but college football, people talk about it different, right? After the season's over, you don't see a lot of fans going for the NFL. Man, the season over, I can't wait the next season. Who we gonna draft? Who we gonna play next season? Who we got to watch for? Who we got to circle to see? Who we gonna get in that free agency period? Who's the coach we gonna have our eyes on if we lose our head coach or if we lose our position coach? College football talks like that. I mean, after the season ends, you're gonna have Bama fans out the gate going, all right, are we going to lose any coaches this all season? Are we going to be able to keep the continuity? Okay, if we're going to be able to keep the continuity, who are we going to get on the recruiting trail, right? Who's the hot shot 5-star? Who's the big time 4-star? Who is hot on the recruiting trail that we got to keep our eyes on, that we got to watch our timeline? Who is on that recruiting trail that Alabama is just going to have to get? Who is the next player that's going to be a beast in the upcoming season? We lost, this dude and that guy and this cat right here to the NFL. Who's next on the rise? Like, who do I have to pull out here in terms of a roster, circle their name, put a highlighter by them, put a star by them, make sure I know once this season comes into fruition, this is the guy I got to watch in spring ball. This is the guy I got to watch in summer workouts. This is the guy I got to watch in fall camp. These are the things that Alabama fans are talking about after ending one season. We got to get prepared for the next season. Who can we look forward to see in the next season? I was literally having a conversation with my father a couple of weeks ago, and my father's an Auburn fan. Don't ask me why we're still feeding him. I don't know why, but he's still getting food. He's still getting the Kool-Aid out of the mason jar. My mom actually prepared for him collard greens, cornbread, pinto beans, grilled chicken. He's still getting meals. Even as an Auburn fan, my father is still eating high off the hog here. But my father and I are literally having a conversation about college football. He's talking about how, hey, Steve, Auburn going to be right this year. We're going to be right, man. Gus is going to have that team right, man. Kevin Steele going to have that defense right, man. Bo Nix is on that come up. And I'm like, Pops, you've been speaking about Auburn for the past 5 years of them being on the come up, of them winning a national championship. When is that going to happen? Steven, don't shoot my dream down, man. Auburn going to get it done, man. Auburn going to pop off. No, don't worry about Auburn. Just know, man, when we pop off, just get ready for us, man, because we coming. And this is an Auburn fan that after Auburn's already had a college football season, he's already talking about the upcoming, the impending season. My father also a Dallas Cowboy fan, but don't see him a lot walking around the house after Cowboy season ends talking about what's Jerry Jones going to do next year, what's Dak Prescott going to do this year, who are the Cowboys going to draft this year. So doesn't talk a lot about the NFL, but he going to talk about college football. So it's the same thing here when you discuss, Alabama. Bama fans are going to talk college football 24/7, 365, non-stop conversation. So it's difficult when I just don't see it, because for a lot of fans that are season ticket holders, and for those that didn't get a chance to see a Tua Tagovailoa, didn't get a chance to see a Najee Harris, have never gotten the chance to see a lot of the marquee players, they're looking at this upcoming season going, I'll be doggone if I can't see Bryce Young. I'll be doggone if I can't see Will Anderson. I'll be doggone if I can't see Dylan Moses, if I can't see Jalen Waddle, if I can't see Devontae Smith. Something got to give. I can't see my babies. I can't see our young men on the field. We going to have some problems. We going to have some issues if I can't see these players on the football field in person. So as much as the virtual fan thing would be interesting in terms of Alabama football and college football, I just don't see it, because Bama fans are going to want to be in those stands. Bama fans are going to want to be in those seats. They are going to want to see those players on the field in person. But we take our first break here on In My Own Words, the podcast on a Friday. Don't touch that dial, just getting you rolling here. Upon our return, we unpack your phone calls, your questions, your thoughts, your concerns on Bama football after this.
Every sports fan deserves the proper representation. Whitwell Sports introduces to you the Title Towel. Wave that Title Towel in the air like you just don't care, in support of Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Only $9.99, and it lasts a lifetime. Head on over to whitwellsports.com and get your Title Towel today. Touchdown Alabama Magazine is Alabama football's premier publication. A subscription to Touchdown Alabama Magazine is the perfect gift for any Alabama fan. For exclusive news and information, recruiting updates, a free annual print magazine, and more, go to touchdownalabama.com and click join. Only $5.95 per month, or pay $49.95 for a full year subscription. That's a saving of almost $22. Make sure to subscribe before it's too late and get our new freshly printed end of the year magazine issue. Go to touchdownalabama.com today and roll Tide.
Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.